I was in a gang at that time because I was dating someone from a gang, and I was doing cruel things to people and to people's property.
I'm sitting with a little woman.
At Girls for a Change, we empower all girls to use their voice, ability, and problem-solving capacity to realize their full potential.
Telling me your dreams and life's misdeeds.
Once I got into the gang, that was my obligation. That's what I had to do. The thing that I was most scared about is hurting other people, because I'm not that type of person.
Stop you. Nothing's ever gonna stop you.
Through our program, girls learn the skills they need to transform communities and their personal lives. All girls are at risk, and we serve all girls. We focus our efforts on girls who live in low-income neighborhoods where community needs are often high and resources are often low.
I kept to myself a lot, and I wasn't very outgoing. I was very quiet, and I just never wanted to talk to anybody. I had very minimal friends.
Because I was younger and a little more rebellious, that I used that side of me, you know, that opinionated side, spontaneous side. I didn't really know how to control it, so I would, you know, get into little bits of trouble here and there.
What brought me to the U.S. is a war that happened in my country between the Hutus and the Tutsi. All the struggles I had to go through to make it here, and then still making it here and still not having any motivation.
Young women are invited and encouraged to speak up about challenges they face in their neighborhoods, cities, and schools, and also to speak up for themselves.
We know that you guys have the brains and the guts and the ability to really make change, not only in our communities, but in our companies and in our governments, and it all starts here.
We are mothers, we are daughters, we are sisters, we are friends, we are teachers, we are leaders, we are women heroes.
Each fall, we partner with schools, individuals, and community-based organizations to launch our Girl Action Teams.
We are the women of today. Oh, we are the voices of today.
The Girl Action Teams are the core of our work. Girls identify a social issue they are passionate about and then design and implement creative solutions to address the issue.
Our project last year in Girls for Change was racism and violence in schools. What we did was we went around and we asked teachers and students how racism and violence affected their lives.
It was a lot of teen girls getting pregnant. We just felt that if it was more knowledge about the situation or more information on the situation, it wouldn't happen.
Educate them about protecting themselves and ways to go about doing it, and if you don't want to do it, say no, and that you have power and that you have a voice.
Or young women still need people to walk with them to help them do that and to navigate this complex conversation. Young women really need someone to walk with them, plain and simple.
Girls participate in teams with community volunteers called coaches. Our coaches are one of our most valuable assets.
Girls for a Change gives women who've lived a little an opportunity to impart some of that experience and knowledge on younger women.
It shows these girls that, you know, you guys are leaders, you guys are independent, you guys can create this change. And to kind of watch this grow within a young girl is just phenomenal. I wish that there was a Girls for Change when I was growing up.
I could see in a couple of the girls just how they would just blossom into these, you know, eloquent speakers, and the confidence just bloom.
We decide to speak.
The coaches are trained in both personal and professional development, including coaching skills. They commit to attend over 20 hours of training and meet regularly with girls. Coaches guide the girls through the process of creating change.
If we would just remember the people, the women, even men in our life that supported us and mentored us, then we know what the magnitude of change and what the vessel that Girls for a Change provides for people.
Young women have a deep desire to change their personal circumstances and their communities. They want to help themselves and others. By learning to solve problems, they also learn to change their own lives and change their past.
You know, if somebody cares about me, I'll start caring about myself.
It's good you have a strong voice. Don't ever let it disappear. But let's use it for positive influences.
Getting involved with Girls for a Change and social change and just, being a leader, that you always looking behind you to make sure that whatever you do is consistent with what you're trying to implement in the community.
I would say you're perfect just as you are. And don't let anyone tell you you're not. And you're going to make mistakes along the way, and it's okay.
And you become yourself and you see who you really are, and you just get to be yourself all over again, and it's an amazing feeling. I never used to smile. Now I smile all the time.
My hopes and dreams for girls is that we get it, that we really get it, that we are powerful, that we have a voice, and that we can make a change.
They need us. This world needs us.